ஆழ்வார் திருடிகளே சரணம், எம்பெருமானார் திருடிகளே சரணம், ஜீயர் திருடிகள் சரணம், ஜீயர் திருடிகளே சரணம், பெரியாழ்வார் திருடிகளே சரணம். ஸ்ரீசைலேஷ தயாபாத்திரம் தீபக்தியாதி குணார்ணவம் யதீந்திர பிரவணம் வந்தே நம்ம ஜாமாத்தரம் முனி நம்ம ஜாமாத்ரி யோகீந்திர பாத ரேகாமயம் சதா ததாயத்தாத்ம சத்தாதிம் ராமானுஜ முனிம் பஜே. லக்ஷ்மீநாத சமாரம்பாம் நாத யாமுன மத்தியமாம் அஸ்மத் ஆச்சாரிய பரியந்தாம் வந்தே குரு பரம்பராம். நித்யமச்சுத பதாம்புஜ யுக்மருக்ம व्यामोहतस्तदितराणि तृणाय मेने अस्मद्गुरोर्भगवतोऽस्य दैहिकसिन्धोः रामानुजस्य चरणौ शरणं प्रपद्ये. मातापिता योते स्तनया भूति सर्वं यदेव नियमेन मदन्मयानाम् आद्यस्य न कुलपतेर्कुलाभिरामं श्रीमत्तदङ्घ्रियुगळं प्रणमामि मूर्ध्ना भूतं सरश्च महदाह्वय वठनाथ श्रीभक्तिसार कुलशेखर योगिवाहान् भक्ताङ्घ्रिरेण परकाले यतीन्द्रमिश्रान् श्रीमत्पराङ्कुशमुनिं प्रणतोऽस्मि नित्यं. गुरुमुखमडदीत्य प्राह वेदानशेषान् नरपतिपरिकृतं शुल्कम् आदातु कामः சுஷிரமரவந்தியம் ரங்கநாதஸ்ய சாட்சாத் द्विजकुलप्रबन्धं விஷ்ணுசித்தம் நமாமி. மின்னார் தலைமதில் சூழ் வெள்ளுவத்தூர் என்னர்கால் சொன்னார் கழக்கமலம் சூடினோம் முன்னாள் கிழியறுத்தான் என்றைத்தோம் கீழ்மேனு சேரும் வழியறுத்தோம் நெஞ்சமே வந்து பாண்டியன் கொண்டாட பற்றபிரான் வந்தான் என்று ஈண்டிய சங்கம் எடுத்தூத வேண்டிய வேதங்களோதி விரைந்து கிழியறுத்தான் பாதங்கள் யாமுடைய 10. பெரியாழ்வார் திருமொழி, second centum, 5th padhigam was enjoyed in the last session. Now we are moving on to periyAzhwAr Tirumozhi, second centum, 6th decade. In this particular decade, periyAzhwAr is singing in the mood of Mother Yashoda, and she is requesting the crow to bring a stick to Krishna. Krishna wants to go and tend the cows, so he needs a stick or a pole to carry with him. He is asking that to Mother Yashoda, and Mother Yashoda is asking the crow to go and bring it. In the previous session, we saw how Mother Yashoda asked the crow to come so that Krishna's hair can be combed. Because as a child, sometimes the child will not let the mother to comb the hair. Sometimes it will be irritating for the child. It will be hurting sometimes. Because of that, the child will not allow the mother to comb its hair. For that, to divert Krishna's attention, to make him focus on some playful thing, Mother Yashoda is inviting the crow, so that when Krishna is watching the crow, Mother Yashoda can comb his hair. Or Mother Yashoda also asks the crow to comb Krishna's hair, to help in that effort. So that was last decade. Now in this decade, again Mother Yashoda is seeking the help of the crow to bring the stick for Krishna to carry with him. Now why is she asking the crow to do that? Because usually crows carry straws or sticks like that and transport them from one place to another, just casually. So she is making use of that opportunity to ask the crow to bring the stick for Krishna to carry with him for tending the cows. So that is the theme of this padhigam, this decade. It starts with vElikkOl Vetti. We are enjoying the meanings of dhivyaprabandham in English with the help of Divyarthi Deepikai. Divyarthi Deepika is a beautiful Tamil commentary given by Kanchipuram Prativadi Bhayankaram Sri Uve Annangaracharya Swami, who lived in the last century in this world. He was a great scholar and a great orator, and a great Acharya, he gave this beautiful commentary in Tamil. So we are using that Tamil commentary, and I'm translating it on the fly and explaining the meanings in English for Divyaprabandham pAsurams. So we'll start with the first pAsuram. vElikkOl வெட்டி விளையாடு வில்லேற்றி தாலி கொழுந்தை தடங்கழுத்தில் பூண்டு பீலித்தழையை பிணைத்து பிறகிட்டு காலிப்பின் போவார்கோர் கோல் கொண்டு வா கடல் நிற வண்ணர்கோர் கோல் கொண்டு வா. So here in this pasuram, Mother Yashoda is saying Krishna wants to go behind the cows and attend the cows and take care of them. For that, he needs a stick in his hand. You go and bring that stick for him. Let us see the word by word meaning. Akka kai. Oh crow. Even though that word akakai is not there, it should be assumed because it is like a continuation from the previous padigam, previous decade where Mother Yashoda invited the crow. So now the same crow is being requested. Oh crow, vElikkOl vetti விளையாடு வில்லேற்றி. There will be usually fences. In that fence, there will be lots of sticks which are tied together and made as a fence. So those sticks, they are cut with the help of a sword or a knife, and then that kind of sticks are used to make playful bows for children, and with that bow launching the arrow. So vElikkOl vetti விளையாடு வில்லேற்றி. So making that playful bow and launching the arrow on it. கொழுந்து தாலியை தடங்கழுத்தில் பூண்டு. Krishna is wearing a particular ornament which is like tortoise in shape. He is wearing that on his big neck. பீலித்தழையை பிணைத்து பிறகிட்டு. He gathers the feathers of peacocks and he wears it on his head as a decoration. We always see Krishna with peacock feathers on his head, on his hair, as decoration. So doing that, காலிப்பின் போவார்க்கு ஓர் கோல் கொண்டு வா. Such Krishna who wants to go behind the cow herds, the herds of cows. So for such Krishna, a stick, kondu va, you bring it. Kadal nira vannarku or kol kondu va. This Krishna is in a complexion, is having a beautiful body complexion, which is like the complexion of the ocean. So for such Krishna, you bring a stick, says Mother Yashoda in this pasuram. Here it is explained by Kanchi swAmy in the notes below the pasuram that it is common in the cowherd clan to wear this amaithali, that is a necklace which looks like tortoise, where the pendant looks like a tortoise. So it is common for the cowherd clan for wearing such ornaments and also gathering the peacock feathers and keeping them on their back. So these are common aspects which relate to cowherd boys, and they usually carry a playful bow which is used for their play. They launch the arrows and they play in the forest. So this is the first pasuram. vElikkOl is also there, vElikkOl is also there. Another patham, patabedam is there. Patabedam means different way of reciting. Vilayadu vElikkOl is said, vElikkOl is also said. vElikkOl means having the uh, bow on his hand. vElikkOl means launching the bow. So both can be said. So that is first pasuram. Second pasuram. Kongum kudandayum kotiyurum perum. எங்கும் திரிந்து விளையாடும் என் மகன் சங்கம் பிடிக்கும் தடக்கைக்கு தக்க நல் அங்கமுடையதோர் கோல் கொண்டு வா அரக்கு வழித்ததோர் கோல் கொண்டு வா. So in this pasuram, Mother Yashoda is asking the crow to bring a very good stick which has all the best qualities, and also the stick which is having color applied on it, like varnish for example. It is usually made of wax those days. So one which is having such decoration. So Mother Yashoda is saying, bring such stick. Here few divideshams are identified. Kudandai is Tirukudandai dividesham. Kottiyur, that is Tirukkottiyur. And then Perum, Per means Tiruppernagar, Upper Kudattan dividesham, which is near Srirangam. So these divideshams are identified in this pasuram. Kongum Kudandayum Kottiyurum Perum. Tirukudandai, that is Kumbakonam. Tirukudandai, which has beautiful fragrance. Because of all the orchards around the dividesham, it has beautiful fragrance. And again, it is often said that Sarva Gandhaha, Bhagavan is the abode of all fragrance. He is present inside the dividesham. Hence, the dividesham is fragrant. So such Tirukudandai. And then Tirukkottiyur. Tirukkottiyur is Gohtipuram. It's a very beautiful dividesham in Pandiyanadu, in south portion of the Bharatadesham, very deep south. So that is Tirukkottiyur. And then Per. Per is Tiruppernagar, that is Appakudattan, that is in Srirangam vicinity. So these three divideshams are identified together here. Yengum Tirindi Vilayadum en Mahan. My Krishna, who is going to all these divideshams and roaming around and playing, such Krishnas, Sangam Pidikum Tadakaiku Taka. Now here she is saying, for the big hand, huge hand, which is holding on to Panchajanyam, Sri Panchajanyam. For such hand, Nallangam Udayador Kol Konduva. You bring a stick which is having good qualities. Which form? Beautiful qualities. So such stick, you bring such stick. Arakku Vaditador Kol Konduva. One on which Arakku means wax is applied, so that it looks beautiful, it looks a different color. So such stick, you bring such stick, says Mother Yashoda. Again, as you've seen before in the past, periyAzhwAr is singing in the mood of Mother Yashoda, but he also knows all the historical accounts, whatever Leelas Krishna has done, even in previous incarnations. Because of that, he is mixing and matching Bhagavan's different incarnations, different divideshams, all of that. Here, for example, in the next pasuram, Mother Yashoda is saying, Karuttit edir nindra kanjanai kondraan, Puruttit edir vanda pullin vai keendan, Neritta kulalgalai neenga munnodi, Sirukkandu meipparkor kol kondu va, Devapuranukkor kol kondu va. Now Mother Yashoda is saying, bring a stick for Krishna to go and tend the cows. But she is also saying, he killed Kamsa. He has not yet killed Kamsa. He is going to kill in the future only. But because periyAzhwAr is singing with all knowledge, he is combining these leelas together. Karuttitti edir nindra. Karuttitti means with anger. Edir nindra means one who stood opposing. Edir vanda pullin vai puruttitti keendan. Such Krishna, the one who killed Kamsa, he destroyed Bakasura. Bakasura is the Asura who came in the form of a stork. Stork is a type of a crane. So when that Bakasura came, Krishna tolerated that bird for some time until that bird came and tried to harm him. Until that time, he remained patient. So such Bakasura's mouth was fully torn by Krishna. Such Krishna, Nerita Kudalgal, the hair which is all very dense and thick, such hair, Ninga, because of the pace at which Krishna is running in front of the calves, he is going in front of the calves and stopping them. At that time, Munodi, as the hair is shaking and swaying, as he is running, the hair is shaking and swaying, and he goes in front of the cows and he stays there. Sirikandru Meiparku, for such Krishna who is tending very young cows. He likes the cows because the cows can take care of their own activities, but cows, they fully depend on the caretaker. So Krishna in that case is the caretaker. So he likes the cows very much because they are totally dependent on Krishna. This is a very important principle. Whoever is totally surrendered to Bhagavan, Bhagavan will take care of them very carefully, very seriously. So here Krishna, who is tending small cows, young cows, you bring one stick to such Krishna. Devabiranukkor kol konduva. You bring a stick to the Lord of the Lords. Devas means all the Devatas. Devapiran means the Lord of all the Lords, all the Devatas. So, for such Krishna, you bring the stick, says Mother Yashoda. Next pasuram. ஒன்றே உரைப்பான் ஒரு சொல்லே சொல்லுவான் துன்று முடியான் துரியோதனன் பக்கல் சென்றங்கு பாரதம் கையறிந்தானுக்கு கன்றுகள் மேய்ப்பதோர் கோல் கொண்டு வா கடல் நிற வண்ணர்கோர் கோல் கொண்டு வா. Next pasuram. Duryodhana and his aspects are explained in this pasuram, and how Krishna conducted this Mahabharata Yuddham and how he ensured that the battle happens. So that was ensured by Krishna only. If they probably, Duryodhana and Pancha Pandava, if they had met directly, maybe they could have had a compromise. But Krishna wanted the battle, Yuddham, to happen so that everyone gets destroyed. So that aspect is explained in this pasuram. Undre Uraipan. He keeps saying the same thing. Here, Duryodhana is again and again same thing, saying the same thing. That is, I will not live together with Pandavas. We will never be together with them. That is the only thing which Duryodhana keeps saying. So, Ondre Uraipan, he will keep saying the same sentence. Oru solle solluvan. Even though the neutral people, they come and advise him, such Duryodhana, he will not budge. He will not accept that. He will keep saying, I will not give even a small portion of land to Pandavas. So that is how Duryodhana is. Oru solle solluvan. He keeps saying the same words. Such is the nature of Krishna. Such is the nature of Duryodhana. Tundru mudiyan Duryodanan pakkal sendru. So here the Duryodhana is having crown which has densely embossed gems, precious gems in them. So going towards such Duryodhana as a messenger, Angu Paradam Kayyerindanuku. At that time, he ensured that Mahabharata Yuddha happens. Because he went and ensured that there is no compromise, there is no reconciliation. He wanted the battle to happen, and in the battle, many soldiers, many bad people, evil people will die. That is the plan of Krishna. So that is what is happening here. Kandrigal meipadu or kol kondu va. You bring this stick so that he can tend the calves. Kadal niravannar kol kondu va. You bring the stick for this Krishna who is having complexion which is that of ocean. So says Mother Yashoda in this pasuram. Next pasuram. சீரொன்று தூதாய் துரியோதனன் பக்கல் ஊரொன்று வேண்டி பெறாத உரோடத்தால் பாரொன்றி பாரதம் கை செய்து பார்த்தற்கு தேரொன்றை ஊர்ந்தார்கோர் கோல் கொண்டு வா தேவபிரானுக்கோர் கோல் கொண்டு வா. In this pasuram, Mother Yashoda is saying to the crow, you bring one stick for the one who drove the chariot for Arjuna. Says Mother Yashoda, சீரொன்று தூதாய் துரியோதனன் பக்கல். Duryodhanan pakkal, that is towards Duryodhana, for Pandavas, சீரொன்று தூதாய், being the best messenger. ஊரொன்று வேண்டி, he went and prayed 5 towns, 5 villages, 5 houses, but none of that was accepted by Duryodhana. So even after asking that, give 5 towns to Pandavas, Perada Urodatal, even because they did not get even that one town, one village, because of that they become very angry. Because of that, Parondri Paradam said, so Krishna became very angry because he didn't get what he wanted. He wanted to get 5 towns for Pandavas, but that did not happen. Parondri Bharadam kai seidu. He remained firm on the earth and ensured that the Mahabharata Yuddham is organized properly. Partharku தேரொன்றை ஊர்ந்தானுக்கு. At that time, for Arjuna, Krishna rode this beautiful chariot. So for such Krishna, or kol konduva, you bring one stick for him. Devabhiranukor kol konduva. For this Lord of Lords, Devadi Deva, you bring one stick, says Mother Yashoda in this pasuram. Next pasuram. ஆலத்திலையான் அரவின அணிமேலான் நீலக்கடலுள் நெடுங்காலம் கண் வளர்ந்தான் பாலப்பிராயத்தை பார்த்தற் கருள் செய்த கோலப்பிரானுக்கோர் கோல் கொண்டு வா குடந்தை கிடந்தார்கோர் கோல் கொண்டு வா. Tirukudandai is a very favorite place for many alvars. So here Tirukudandai Bhagavan is again shown here. First we will see the word by word meanings. Alati ilayan, one who is resting, reclining on the banyan leaf during the deluge. Aravinanai Melan, always he is reclining on Thiruvananthalvan, Adisheshan. Neelakadalul Nedungalam Kanvalandan. On the beautiful bluish ocean, Bhagavan is or has been performing Yoga Nidra. Yoga Nidra means meditation. So constantly meditating upon how to protect all the Atmas. Balam Pirayate, even from the childhood. So one who is performing Yoga Nidra in Sarathi, Bala Pirayate, from the childhood itself. Partharka Arul Seida, one who gave mercy to, one who showered mercy towards Arjuna. Because Krishna had great love towards Arjuna. Every time Arjuna is in danger, Krishna will come and help, even in the forest. So that is how they were close. So Arjunanukku kripai seida, that is one who showered mercy on Arjuna. Kolam Piranukku, such beautiful form, having such beautiful form, that is the Lord. Piran means Lord. For such Lord, or kol konduva, you bring one stick. Kudandai kidandarkor kol konduva. For the one who is reclining in Tirukudandai, you bring one stick, says Mother Yashoda in this pasuram. Next pasuram. பொற்றிகள் சித்திரகூட பொறுப்பினில் உற்ற வடிவில் ஒரு கண்ணும் கொண்ட அக்கற்றை குழலன் கடியன் விரைந்துன்னை மற்றை கண் கொள்ளாமே கோல் கொண்டு வா மணிவன நம்பிக்கோர் கோல் கொண்டு வா. So here in this pasuram, a little bit of threatening is being done by Mother Yashoda towards crow. We've seen this before. So here the charitram from Ramavataram is shown. How this Kakasura, who was the son of Indra and Indrani, that is Jayantan, he came as a crow, and he had evil intent to harm Sita Pirati. At that time, Bhagavan Sri Rama took away one eye of that crow and drove away that crow. He pardoned the drove and accepted its Sharanagati, its surrender. So that is explained here. பொற்றிகள் சித்திரகூட பொறுப்பினில், பொந்திகள் சித்திரகூடம் பொறுப்பினில். On the slopes of the beautiful hill, that is in Chitrakoodam. Chitrakoodam is a very beautiful natural place. There on the hill slope, that is on the mountain slope, Bhagavan Sri Rama placed his head on the lap of Sri Devi Nachiyar, Sita Pirati, and he was resting for some time. At that time, Vadivil Utra Urukannum Konda, Jayanta came, he was watching at the bosoms of Sita Pirati constantly. That was his object, that was his desire. It's a very evil desire. And he even harmed Sita Piratiyar by pecking on the bosoms. So all of these mistakes have been done by this Kakasura. So such Kakasura, Vadivil Utra Urukannum Konda. So when that Kakasura focused on Sita Pirati's body, Bhagavan plucked one hair, one eye of that crow using his Brahmastram. That is, he took a darba grass from the ground, he made it as Brahmastram and made the Brahmastram chase this crow all around the world, and finally took out the eye from that crow, that Kakasura. And that is because that Kakasura also fell at the lotus feet of Perumal Sri Rama, and Sita Pirati ensured that he was forgiven. So such Kakasura, he took away he harmed Sita Pirati, and Bhagavan Sri Rama took away one eye from such Kakasura. Akkatrai Kuladan, that Bhagavan who took away the eye of Kakasura, that crow, he is having beautiful hairlock. But he is also Kadiyan. He is very cruel. Because of that, again, because just as the crow which got hit by Sri Rama, it will have some enmity towards Rama. So similarly, all the crows are said like that. The crows are saying that Sri Rama is very cruel because he took their eyes. So because of that, if you don't bring the stick to Krishna now, unnai matrai kan kollame, he may become angry again, he may take away your other eye also. So to avoid that, you bring the stick for Krishna. Virendu odi poi kol kondu va. You go running and bring some stick for Krishna. Manivanna nambikor kol kondu va. Krishna is Manivannan, one who is having beautiful dark complexion. And Nambi means one who is full in all good qualities. So for such Krishna, you bring one stick, says Mother Yashoda. Next pasuram. மின்னிடை சீதை பொருட்டா இலங்கையர் மன்னன் மணிமுடி 10 உடன் வீழ தன்னிகரொன்றில்லா சிலை கால் வளைத்திட்ட மின்னு முடியற்கோர் கோல் கொண்டு வா வேட்டை வேலை அடைத்தார்கோர் கோல் கொண்டு வா. In this pasuram also, Ramavataram is explained. மின்னிடை சீதை பொருட்டா, one who is Sita Pirati, who is having very mild, very thin waist area, which talks about Vairagyam. She has got very great Vairagyam that is indicated by one who is having very slender waist, like min, that is like lightning. How slender, how thin it will be. Similarly, having such waist, Sita Pirati is having such waist. Ilangayar Mannavan Manimudi Pattum Udan Vida, the leader of the Lanka people, to eliminate such Ravana. The Ravana is the leader of all the bad people there. For the removal of the 10 heads of such Ravana, which are all decorated with beautiful crowns, to completely eliminate all of that, தன்னிகர் ஒன்றில்லா சிலை கால் வளைத்திட்ட. Bhagavan used the bow and arrow at that time to fight battles. Those the bow which is having incomparable nature. So he is having this bow and arrows which are not having any match. The bow itself has no match. Such, and it is only equal in greatness to Sri Rama himself. But there is no other bow other than that Sharngam, or the bow of Sri Rama. There is no other bow matching the greatness of that bow. Such bow, to bend its bottom, to launch the arrow, minnum mudiyarku, one who launched the arrow from that bow, for that Sri Rama. Minnum mudiyarku means one who is having beautiful shining crown. For him, or kol kondu va, you bring one stick for him. Velai adaithar kor kol kondu va. In that Sri Rama avataram, Bhagavan built a dam or a bridge on the ocean and stopped the ocean there. So for such Sri Rama, who is now present as Krishna, you bring one stick, says Mother Yashoda. தென்னிலங்கை மன்னன் சிறந்தோள் துணி செய்து மின்னிலங்கு பூன் விபீடன நம்பிக்கு எண்ணிலங்கு நாமத்தளவும் அரசென்ற மின் அலங்காரர்கோர் கோல் கொண்டு வா வேங்கடவானர்கோர் கோல் கொண்டு வா. Here also Sri Ramavataram is discussed. While enjoying Krishna, periyAzhwAr is enjoying that with combination of Ramavataram. So தென்னிலங்கை மன்னன் சிரம் தோல் துணி செய்து. The beautiful Lanka has one king, Ravana. That Ravana's shoulders and heads, to sever all of them, மின்னிலங்கு பூன், very shining ornaments, wearing such shining ornaments, விபீடன நம்பிக்கு, for Vibhishana Alvan, who is complete in all aspects. எண்ணிலங்கு நாமத்து அளவும் அரசு என்ற. For Vibhishana, Perumal said, you rule this country as long as my name is well famous. It's always going to be famous. So Bhagavan is saying to Vibhishana, Sri Rama is saying to Vibhishana, that you rule the kingdom Lanka kingdom as long as you want. Minilangu ஆறற்கு for one who is having lightning like shining haram necklace. ஓர் கோல் கொண்டு வா. You bring stick. வேங்கடம் வானற்கு ஓர் கோல் கொண்டு வா. Here Alvar is saying Venkadavanarku, one who is residing on Tirumalai, Thiruvenkadamalai, you bring this stick, says Mother Yashoda. Last pasuram of this decade. அக்காக்காய் நம்பிக்கு கோல் கொண்டு வா என்று மிக்கால் உரைத்த சொல் வில்லிபுதூர் பட்டன். ஒக்க உரைத்த வில்லிபுத்தூர் பட்டன் ஒக்க உரைத்த தமிழ் பத்தும் வல்லவர் மக்களை பெற்று மகிழ்வர் இவ்வையத்தே. Akkakai, oh crow. In this pasuram only Akkakai, that inviting the crow is there. Akkakai, Nambikku kol kondu va endru. For my child who is complete in all aspects, you bring one stick. Saying this, Mikkan uraitha sol. Mikkal uraitha sol. Here this was spoken in the mood of Mother Yashoda, who is the best, who is having great love towards Krishna. So such Mother Yashoda's words, Villibuttur Pattan, the one periyAzhwAr who is born in Sri Villibuttur, such periyAzhwAr, Okka Uraitha Tamil, Pattum Pallavar. For such Yashoda, periyAzhwAr spoke like such Yashoda, and it was spoken in Tamil pAsurams, as Tamil pAsurams. So for those who are able to recite these 10 pAsurams very nicely, Makkalai Petru Ivayate Magalvar, they will get good sons or even good sishyas. Those who are expert in these 10 pAsurams, they'll get good sons and good disciples, and they will remain very happy in this world itself and enjoy in this world itself. They can have good spiritual enjoyment. So that is explained in this pasuram. Akkakai nambikku kol kondu va endru mikkal uraitha sol villibuttur pattan okka uraitha tamil pattum vallavar makkalai petru magilvar ivvaiyathe, says periyAzhwAr in the mood of Mother Yashoda in this padigam. Very beautiful padigam. Next padigam is Anirai Meikani Podi. This is Puchutal, that is inviting Krishna to wear flower garlands. We'll see that in the next session. Alvar Thirudigale Sharanam, Embermanar Thirudigale Sharanam, Jiyar Thirudigale Sharanam, Jiyar Thirudigale Sharanam, periyAzhwAr Thirudigale Sharanam, Kanchipuram Prativadi Bhayankaram Sri Uve Annangaracharya Swami Thirudigale Sharanam. We'll see in the next session.